What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, guys. The boy Ryan LFC back again, guys. Another top shelf video for you guys today. I want you guys to make sure you guys smash the like button. But let's go for the intro and come back, guys. Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan LFC. As you guys can see in the title and the thumbnail, one of the greatest day in Liverpool history. I want you guys to let me know if you know, hearing me down in the comment section. I have a few guests I am going to bring on. My boy, Ryan from Ryan LFC. Ryan Anderson, how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. How we doing?
I'm doing good, man. Good to see you. Good to see you, my Bridget. Good to see you, Bridget. First time ever we're going to speak about Liverpool, but I'm going to take a very important phone call, so make sure you continue that.
All right. So, as it's been announced, Jurgen Klopp has signed a new 2-year deal that goes through 2026. Of course, 2024 was where his regular deal was. 2026 now adds on 2 more years to his deal at the end there to stay manager of Liverpool Football Club with all of his coaches and keeps on his system of play and his project going on at Anfield. Beautiful news for Liverpool. Their best manager in a long time is still staying at the club and still building something in that situation for Liverpool before hopefully staying for even longer than 2026 and then passing it off to Steven Gerrard at some point. I think that's pretty much the obvious conclusion there. But Klopp is staying longer than most people expected or thought because, of course, at Dortmund, he left after in 2015, for a sabbatical, then went to Liverpool. He's always had these moments where he falls out of love with his projects or he has a bad season and then he moves on to another project. But Liverpool's still going great, so chose to stay. His family loves it, as he said in the video, which that's classic Jurgen Klopp there. So it's a beautiful thing to see him stay.
Most definitely, man. A lot of Man United fans don't want this to happen, but listen, the man said his wife make him stay at Liverpool and other stuff. You know what I mean? We're building a great relationship with the Jurgen Klopp family and everything. Bridget, I'm telling you, man, this is the best signing for Liverpool. I'm telling you, no other signing is better than this. And I'm telling you, man, Jurgen Klopp is very special, man. I know at the first time managing Liverpool, I give him a lot of stick. Tell him that he's very stubborn. He's not learning. But who am I? You know what I mean? To just relax and watch Jurgen Klopp doing him stuff, Ryan. Because I'm telling you, man, Klopp is a very special manager. I know a lot of club team want to have Jurgen Klopp to be their manager right now. I'm telling you. But this guy is very special, man. He is just ridiculous, Bridget. Trust me.
And definitely shows because all of his proteges are getting jobs in big English clubs. Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea, Ralf Rangnick at Man United, which hasn't really worked out well. But again, most teams want that Klopp factor, but Tuchel's a great manager. Rangnick, I'm not completely sure. I don't think he fits the Premier League, but it's not the same. Klopp has that charisma. He has that belief that makes everybody run through a wall for him. Just a great man, great manager, and he just knows how to get people to get on his side and build something out of it. And it's great how Klopp just easily does that with his players and gets his players into that position to run through a wall, to fight for him, to believe in him and believe in the system. It's amazing.
Stephen, man, welcome, man. Stephen, welcome, man. As a Liverpool supporter over there in Ireland, man, what are the Man United people? What are this? Because this news coming is shocking for a lot of Liverpool fans over the web. You know what I mean? Like we in great spirit right now with the Champions League and stuff, man. How big is this for the Liverpool fan base?
It is probably the best in my lifetime. I have to say it, because to the rivals fans, they are crying. This is the worst news they would have heard today, and I know that for a fact, because they do not want this to happen. And the reality is, we've gone over the line, Ryan. We've gone over the line today with this news. Having Jurgen Klopp for another 2 years, 2026, then there's no doubt in my mind that we'll continue to be a successful Jurgen Klopp and with Liverpool, whether it's going for a Premier League title or it's going for a Champions League. It doesn't really matter to me. But Man City on the other hand, it's interesting because how long will Pep be at the helm? Because I think I'm pretty certain that his contract's up very soon. Is he gonna update that new contract just to make sure that he doesn't want Liverpool at top? I hope that Pep does not sign an extension. That's my biggest fear, because it will only make the rivalry between Liverpool and Man City even more harder. You know, for us to maybe win multiple Premier League titles, because we want to win Premier League titles again. And yes, we want a Premier League title now, but we wanted, by fans. I'm still grateful for it, but the reality is, I would love nothing more than a Premier League this year, just to have the fans back at Anfield. You know what I mean? Because they've been desperate for that for so long. Because I know that, because I've been to Anfield a few times, and you breathe the passion there, and you breathe the energy from it, and we just need that Premier League, whether it's this year or wherever it's coming up to near 2026 before Klopp leaves. So that's the aim, but. We're going for 4 trophies, going for the Quadruple. We can potentially beat Man United's treble winning team in 1999. There's only good things to come from the treble team, and it makes me happy because back in high school days, whenever I think Liverpool were under Brendan Rodgers and Kenny Dalglish, and it was Man United at the time that were the dominating team and rubbing it in our faces, and I didn't like that one bit. Probably one of the worst times to support Liverpool during high school, but still was a good time. But whenever I left high school, that's when Jurgen Klopp came in, and as soon as just like that. We switched from a bad team to probably one of the best teams in Europe, and today's news made me just so happy just to know that it can go on for much longer, and we can all brace it together, as well as Ryan, yourself, Ryan Anderson, yourself, Jersey Boy, Yusuf, Sebastian. It's one hell of a ride. I'm glad that he's done it today. Couldn't have asked for much more.
Most definitely, man. Listen. Coming out for that victory over Everton, defeat Villarreal in the Champions League, it's just a good look, man. But before we get into the rest of the topic, guys, I'm going to bring in my next guest, Demo J. Welcome, Demo, man. Welcome, Demo.
Hey, what's up?
We are doing good, man. How you feel after this year that Cup signed in?
Listen, like a baby at Christmas time, bro. You know when Klopp came and he was like, "I'm turning doubters into believers." Listen, bro, it's amazing news. I'm over the moon. You know what's funny? I think at the time when Klopp was supposed to come, it was between Klopp and Ancelotti. And I was there, and I was like, yo, I really want Ancelotti, bro. I don't want Klopp. He's too emotional. And I know Ancelotti is a winner, and I wanted Ancelotti to take us back to the promised land and all of these things. But how wrong was I? Like Klopp came in, and he really has turned doubters into believers, man. I really love him. He has such a relationship with the fans and with the players. Excellent manager. And listen, I'm over the moon, bro.
Yeah. So, question, Ryan, where do you rank Jurgen Klopp right now with him achievement with Arsene Wenger, Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola? Where do you rank Jurgen Klopp right now?
I gotta say top 2. I have to say top 2. And I think he's slightly better than Sir Alex, especially if he ends up winning the quad. I think he takes number 1. I love Mourinho. Mourinho's a good manager, but he's not. The Man United years really, and the Tottenham years, really took away from his accomplishments. The Chelsea years were what it was for him. Arsene Wenger, he had a good first couple of years, but then the last 10, 12 years of his career was basically just him getting 4th place after 4th place and winning FA Cups. To me, he was good for the time, early 2000s, late 90s. He was good against Sir Alex, but after that, him and Sir Alex didn't hit the wall, but the team, the Glazers definitely gave Sir Alex a situation, and he made the best out of it, which is why he is a legend, which is kind of the same thing as Klopp if you're really looking at it. Because if you look at FSG, you have to buy, you have to sell to buy, and Klopp always has some players that you wouldn't really think are stars, but he makes them stars. It's kind of the same situation, and he's made them great European footballers and great champions. So I would say Klopp is top 2, and I'd say he's already number 1, but if he wins the quad, he's certainly number 1 in Premier League history.
Stephen, where you rank Jurgen Klopp with this great manager?
I think I do think yes. If he gets the quad, he has to be up there with Sir Alex. But I think it's a bit too early for that for a Sir Alex Ferguson level. I think he's up on the levels right now what Wenger did at Arsenal. And yes, we can all agree that Arsenal didn't win any Champions Leagues, because I'm happy to say that. We know that Jurgen Klopp is the one who's gone over Arsenal on that. But I think he's at that level, and I think he's got the capabilities of being at Pep's level as well. I think he's still got a good bit to go in his managerial career. I think he's in his absolute prime. There's no doubt about that, and I only feel like he'll continue to do so. But like I said, this season going forward will be crucial to about the end of May time, where we all decide how good he was this season. And yes, the quadruple for me is going to be so hard. It's going to be so hard to do. You have to remember that. We have to remember that Man City are still ahead of us in the league. We have to have them drop points as well. You know, they've got Leeds on Saturday, which is a bit of a tough game for them, because they played a Champions League game yesterday, and if you hope that Leeds, because they're in the relegation battle and they'll want something out of that game to really frustrate Man City with, which is a bit of a positive, which I'm hoping that they can at least get a drive. But I think Klopp going forward, I think even if he did some sort of treble this season with Liverpool, if it wasn't the Champions League or the Premier League, even if it was one of the two, then with the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, that will go down as one of the greatest managerial historic moments in a history and season in the Premier League. What any manager has done, in any kind of form manner in the league, or any season. So it's going to be. I think I'm really interested to see how this plays out come the end of May, because then we can suddenly rank Klopp where he's been in previous managers. I think I always remember, Chelsea win the double. I think it was the Champions League and an FA Cup. I don't know if there was a Premier League or Champions League, but I think Man United done that at the end of the 2000s with Sir Alex, with the likes of Ronaldo, Giggs, and who else? Michael Carrick and what have you. So it'll be interesting to see how Liverpool do that come the end of the season. But for Klopp to really be ranked at Sir Alex Ferguson's level, he's going to have to, keep going with the successes and keep on winning those trophies, and then we can have a talk about it. But I do agree that I definitely believe the club right now is probably number 2 in the best manager in the world, in my opinion.
What said you, Demo?
Bro, Klopp is nowhere near Sir Alex. I'm sorry. He's nowhere. Like, Sir Alex Ferguson won 13 Premier League titles. He has 2 Champions Leagues, and he got some average players like Anderson and that team that won the league out of nowhere. Like, that's unmatched. And Jurgen Klopp might get there, but right now he's definitely not there. I actually have him third. I think Pep is still a better manager. Just overall career. Pep has done it all over the world. The football he's been playing, the points that he's accumulated with Manchester City, the Bayern Munich, he did it over there as well. I think over his career, I think he has 2 Champions League as well, with that Barcelona team. and yeah, I have Klopp right. Sir Alex, Pep, and then Klopp third right now. I mean, if he goes on and wins the quad, then things change. But for right now, he's third.
What said you, Ryan? You want to rebut on that, or you okay with that?
I could understand it, but Pep, here's the thing about Pep. If he had that Champions League with Man City, I would give you that. But he doesn't. He's always flustered himself out of it. He's always made a move to knock himself out of the Champions League with this big money squad of blank check players. That's what they're really looking for. All these Premier League titles, all these FA Cups, all these Carabao Cups. When it comes to City, after you win one, does it really matter? Yeah, you're in the history books, but they're looking for the Champions League. And he can't get it. He got outsmarted by Thomas Tuchel, and he just keeps getting outsmarted in the Champions League with Man
Yeah, but
City.
he has a chance to do it this season.
And I think Klopp will outsmart him, as it's normally been recently over the past 2 years. So
the only worry I have with that is if Liverpool get Man City in the final, then Real Madrid, I wouldn't be able to cope that way because I know the fact that how many times we're about to play Man City, and the fact is that it could go City's way. That's my only biggest fear because they would want that Champions League so bad. They've yet to win it. Like you said, Ryan, that's all ever perhaps wanted at Man City. He's yet to win that Champions League, and he's only done with Barcelona. Like at the moment, he's only got one. But imagine if Jurgen Klopp beats Pep to that Champions League, and Jurgen Klopp has got more Champions Leagues over Pep. That would seriously make me laugh as heck because I know that for a fact that Klopp would have overtaken Pep in that situation. But that's what I don't want. I would hope Real Madrid can beat City, but like you said, this is Pep would have to do something like. Cause do you not remember when Pep last year had this golden opportunity to win the Champions League against Chelsea, right? But he played a system that didn't get me. I don't think none of us would get, and it ended up costing him the game.
Yep.
And I don't know. I think he started a few players, which I don't think should have been playing. I don't even think a striker was playing. And the fact is, because you don't even play a striker in a Champions League final. What fucking ball does that prove to you that you're a good manager? Like,
yeah, but guys, but let's not act as if Klopp started winning straight away. He went to a Europa League finals, he lost. He went to a Champions League finals and he lost as well. So I mean, Pep does the same thing. He has 2 Champions League, I think, with the Barcelona team. Klopp has 1. And then he dominated, like he turned the Premier League into a farmers league, basically. If it wasn't for Liverpool, it would probably be a farmers league. Like they've won 4 out of the last 5. Like he's doing a madness.
Yeah, but imagine if we went down the Ancelotti route instead of Jurgen Klopp. Like, now not to play down Ancelotti at the time, but thinking right now back on us, if we would have had Ancelotti, I don't think we would have reached the levels where Man City were, where we beat today. Jurgen Klopp is something else. He carries that from Dortmund in a way, but he's progressed it from how many years he's still been learning on the job. That's what I like about Jurgen Klopp. He can still learn this point and come up with new things that could keep still making he's one of the best managers in the world. It's just I just hope that that we don't have Pep sign that new contract and that it makes Man City more better in a way.
I think isn't Pep is done in 2023, right?
Yeah.
That is
next year, yeah.
So when Pep is out, Klopp has like 3 more years. We probably dominate for 3 years.
I don't think Pep stays. I legitimately don't think he stays. Either goes to be the Spain manager, he moves to the US because he's really loved New York. Maybe he replaces Ronnie Dalla, which honestly would be kind of stupid, but it's going to be something like that.
I see like rumors of Brazil wanting him to be the coach as well.
But I don't think Pep stays at Man City. I don't think he does after next
I'd be
season.
I'd be very, very surprised if he did. And if he did that, then it would show me nothing more how much he doesn't like Liverpool and how much he doesn't want Liverpool to overtake this Man City team that he's created into his own and how they become a family and all this kind of stuff. We can win the Premier League every year. If he does that, then oh my God, we will hunt him down.
He's not
for
going
years
nowhere, guys. I'm telling you. He's not going anywhere. He know if he leave, Klopp going to demolish what he has made at City. And no one would remember him. Trust me. Him going to stay. He must sign a 2 more years. Just watch the chess move what Manchester City going to do.
Exactly, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me, Ryan. It just would
And
not surprise me.
if it wasn't for this Manchester City team, brother, Liverpool would have win a lot of trophy already.
Exactly.
Would have win a lot of
If it
Premier League.
wasn't for Pep Guardiola, I'm telling you, bro. So Klopp is third.
So, David, good evening, man. Welcome, David.
Blessings.
Brethren, you know, start a Jurgen Klopp career, I give him a whole heap of stick as a Liverpool manager, Brethren, and to see him reaping the fruits right now, I have to just kick back and watch the man do him job. But before me ask you still, how you feel about the Jurgen Klopp signing an extra 2 years? What are your thoughts? Where do you rank Jurgen Klopp? Side of some of the greatest manager in the Premier League, the Pep Guardiola, the Arsene Wenger, Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti, Conte. Where do you rank Jurgen Klopp? Ferguson, where do you rank him?
All right. So personally, because I've been listening to the conversation, you guys hearing me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So for me personally, I have to think about quality and quantity and decide which one we use to rank these managers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna say Sir Alex Ferguson. Sir Alex Ferguson coached for a hell of a long time. In my opinion, I don't think that we're going to be able to see any manager coaching for that long period of time again. Now, in my opinion, if Jurgen Klopp was to coach for that long period of time without the quality opposition of Pep Guardiola, chances are Jurgen Klopp would win as much titles as Sir Alex did, because Jurgen Klopp has proved that he's a quality manager. He's proved that he can train and coach players with limited talent and put them in a system and turn them into winners. So in my opinion, I personally rank Jurgen Klopp as the best manager I've seen personally, and that's my opinion. And that's due to his ability, not necessarily what he has won, because he has shown me that, in my opinion, if Jurgen Klopp is to get that City team, I think he wins everything. In my opinion, if Pep Guardiola is to get this Liverpool team, I don't think he wins everything. If Sir Alex Ferguson is to get this Liverpool team, well, chances are he'll do a better job than Pep Guardiola. So I think I rank them is Jurgen Klopp, Sir Alex Ferguson, Pep Guardiola at the moment.
Your opinion wrong, boss. Your
And
opinion wrong.
that's fine, bro. That's why it's an opinion. It's fine. That's why it's an
Like
opinion.
we can't be speculating that Pep wouldn't win with this Liverpool team. That's just speculation. We can't
I
use
don't,
that.
but I agree. I don't think he would.
Why? Like we have no proof.
These players run through walls for Jurgen Klopp. These players are fit for Klopp's system. Pep does not have the same charisma or the same heart that Klopp does. Klopp is Liverpool. He is a red. He fits the team.
Bro,
Pep does not.
I can't buy that. There's no way of knowing. Like we don't know what Pep could have done. Like we don't know.
Demo.
FSG surely wouldn't back Pep. I could tell you that much.
All right, but Pep says these things. If Dimo, you listen to Pep's interviews, right?
Yeah, him say if him did have Leeds, him would have get relegated. Him would have come to the championship.
Okay, so Pep is a very honest man, because one thing I do is listen all interviews. I listen all coaches' interviews. That's how I learn the game even more. And one of the things Pep has been adamant with is that if he doesn't have his players, he doesn't do such a good job. And I honestly believe that if you're telling me, Demo, if you're telling me that you won't do a good job if you don't have A and B, I'm gonna believe you. So you're saying that I shouldn't believe this man?
No, but I'm sorry. So the Manchester City team, right? And everybody knows I'm a Liverpool fan. No, sure, he bought some big players, right? But this guy got Foden out of the academy. He transformed Raheem Sterling. He transformed like a lot of people didn't even like John Stones. John Stones is playing some of the best football of recent. Like it's not like Pep doesn't improve players. Like Rodri wasn't any world class player before he came. Zinchenko is playing left back. Like he can switch out Cancelo for Zinchenko. Like it's not like Jesus is scoring 4 goals. Like come on, he's not getting all just world class players. He's improving players as well. So what's to say that he wouldn't have improved Liverpool players?
Okay, bro, it's all good. It's just my opinion personally, but if that's just my ranking, Ryan. So
Where's that
personally,
again? You say Klopp one and
so
who?
it's Klopp, Sir Alex, Pep.
Okay. It wrong, but okay.
Okay, bro.
Demo,
Yeah.
what me love about Jurgen Klopp, you know, see,
Mhm.
and the reason why me get the Klopp the edge over Pep Guardiola, me not see Pep Guardiola transform this Liverpool. Look at look how much money Jurgen Klopp spent. Look how much money Pep Guardiola spent to build this Manchester City.
Boss,
Billions.
before, listen, Jurgen Klopp has bought like 32 players since he came to Liverpool. All of the big name players that transform Liverpool cost a lot of money. Alisson, Van Dijk, Salah. Remember, we spent a lot of money on Naby Keita as well. Don't act as if we didn't spend money, bro. Fabinho was like near 40 million. So it's not like we didn't spend as well.
But they sold to buy. The Coutinho money had Alisson.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like
that-
they're doing like Man City with blank checks. They sell a player to buy another player to
I get that, but I'm saying it doesn't negate the fact that we also buy big players. Like we do it too. So what Ryan is saying is that he can't work with what he has and stuff. When he came to City, he had a lot of old players. He had to get rid of them. You know, it was a whole transition, and I think he finished like I don't know, he missed
Third.
top 4, third, whatever it was, and he had to change the guard, change his goalkeeper, all of that stuff.
All right,
You know what I mean?
my final question on this to you, Demo, is
Yeah.
that Ryan, both Ryans on the screen, Steven, Demo, and David, right? Five aside, all of us. We're gonna play some ball right now. Which coach you think would get the better out of all of us right here? In your opinion, just honestly, just you can say that and let's move on.
I would say Klopp.
Okay, Klopp. Steven?
Klopp.
Demo?
That's tough. No, it's tough, bro. I mean, emotionally, I'll probably prefer Klopp, but technical wise, like I don't know.
Demo, you know the
And
truth,
emotionally,
Demo. You know the truth, Demo, but all right,
and emotionally, I would prefer Bob Bradley, but what do I know?
But
Demo,
guys, remember
Demo.
what Pep did with that Barcelona team? But he got them playing that Barcelona team.
And
that
none of us are Messi or Xavi or
Bro,
Iniesta.
that's
No,
one of the
Messi
greatest
was
things
just
of
coming
all
out of
time.
Barcelona B. Like
Ability wise, talent wise, come on, bro.
Demo,
Bro.
Demo.
Mhm.
You must be honest to yourself. I know it's a Liverpool fans and thing, but when David asks you that question, brother, that
Yeah.
shouldn't even be hard for you because the man make Lovren look like world class. The man make Lallana
What?
look
When
like
did
world
Lovren look
class.
world class? When did Lovren look world class?
Of course, the year when we
Bro,
go
stop
Champions
it,
League
bro.
final.
Bro, stop it, bro. Stop it. Lovren was
Bro,
never
the year
looking
when
world class.
Demo, the year that Liverpool went to the Champions League final against Real Madrid. That
Bro,
same year Croatia go. The world, bro.
there has been no season Lovren has looked world class. None.
Bro,
Stop
the
it,
man
bro.
outstanding. Even the Europa League
Oh
final
my
went to
gosh.
Seville, bro.
Oh my gosh. Because he scored the winning goal, that makes him world class?
No, Demo. At
Yo,
times, club
we
have him a
conceded
play.
so many easy goals in that game. You forgot he's a defender, bro.
But listen what I'm saying, Demo. You know well the capability of Jurgen Klopp.
Yes.
Hearts. I'm not saying Pep is not a bad manager. But you
No,
give Jurgen Klopp that Arsenal team,
Pep
brother.
is the GOAT, bro.
Well,
Well,
let's
I
move
prefer
on.
Alan. I
Right.
prefer Alan.
So let's move on, guys. So we're
Please.
going to talk about the the Villarreal game, Villarreal coming into this Champions League quarterfinal, defeat Bayern Munich, defeat Juventus, and they just buck up on a different monster. And no win too, love. But Ryan, how you think the second leg going to play out? And what are your thoughts on the first leg at Anfield?
The first leg was an absolute, I would say, a pretty much domination by Liverpool. They were the obvious stronger team. This was a team that Villarreal didn't really have the idea of facing. Yeah, they faced a Juventus that's sort of building back from being washed, but not really. And then Bayern, they somehow upset Bayern, which was kind of crazy. Alphonso Davies didn't really play his best football there as well, I have to say. But Liverpool are a different monster, and they're playing the best team. Villarreal is playing the best team in Europe, and it showed. Own goal, and then the second goal. Liverpool easily just controlled that game, and I think the second leg going to Villarreal is going to be the same. Unai Emery is a good manager, but he's no Jurgen Klopp, and yes, he's building this Villarreal team to do good things, from a Europa League to a Champions League semifinal, but Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool will dominate the second leg as well, probably win again 1-0, 2-0, maybe 2-1, 4-1 on aggregate, and easily cruise through to the final of the Champions League. They have one hand on it. They'll get the other hand on it. The way they played, I thought it was a good performance, of course. Strong performance, and I think they'll have another one.
Okay. What said you, Demo?
So give me a sec, Ryan. Go to Steven. Give me a sec.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Steven. And then we'll go to
Yeah.
Principal.
I would agree with what Ryan was saying. Yesterday was just domination from Liverpool. I thought the first half was all right, but we didn't really penetrate them enough to get a goal in the first half. And you're fearing that in the second half, of Emery would have parked the bus and we would have got 0-0 out of it, but luckily he didn't. We were able to get 2-0 out of it, and I'll take that all day long, if I'm being honest with you, because we know how Villarreal play. It is going to be hard to track them down for many goals in a first leg. So I feel like next week we can do the real celebrations next week, and then we can celebrate being in the final. But it'd be interesting to see how we line up next week, because we have to remember, guys, we've got this big Newcastle game on Saturday at lunchtime, and I think we'll play our first team on Saturday. But that means we will have to rest. Well, I wouldn't say rest players, but we have to rotate players for the second leg. I think you'll see Salah being on the bench for Villarreal next week, because he'll be far too important for Saturday. I do feel you'll see a simulcast next week. I've got this feeling, because if you give him that minutes for that, the thing is, if you bring on most of your hard players for next week off the bench next week, it sees you out the game. And that's what's so good about Liverpool at the moment that I can really look on. We've had this depth now we haven't had for a long time now, and it's coming to work for fruition that we can win all of our games with this depth, and it's brilliant to see. And that's what I want to see next week. I would like to get some players like Keita on next week, give Fabinho a rest on the bench, and who knows, maybe Reggae will start next week. Who knows if Klopp will give him that confidence? But that's where I see it going. I think it'll be like another 2-0 for Liverpool at best. Then we can celebrate hard, next week. But bring on. I said bring on.
Steven, I'm going to go to footballer Prince. Mine, we underestimate this Villarreal team at home. Remember, they beat Juventus and then beat Bayern at mine. We are talking about make so many changes, and then end up the man them turning over.
Oh no,
Prince of football.
I do think it'll be hard next week. I've got no doubt in my mind that I'm writing off the first leg. I said that we'll do if we come out the second leg okay, that's when we can celebrate hard. I wasn't celebrating yesterday. I was just thinking, all right, there's half time. We'll go again next week, because that's what I've come to think that if you're a true Liverpool fan, that you don't go in the first leg and you think it's over. No way. If you remember Roma 4-2 in the second leg, we got through, but we lost the game. I hope we don't do that, because I do think Villarreal are very capable of that. I know Emery will want to get a goal at least to put the pressure on Liverpool. So that's going to be really crucial for Klopp next week. But I've got no doubt in my mind that we'll just get over the line. I think we will. That's why I went for 2-0, but it wouldn't surprise me if Villarreal, Ryan got a goal.
Principal of football, what said you, man? Is this Liverpool fan base or this Liverpool team taking this VRL team lightly, or we're just too good? All they for rotate.
I wouldn't.
Not
No, I wouldn't. No, I don't think they're taking them lightly. Sorry, I'm David.
go ahead. Continue.
I wouldn't think they're taking them. There's no way they're taking them. Like, do you think this Liverpool team would take any team lightly? No way. Klopp, whatever Klopp does, he takes the win that night. He gets them the fifth month, what have you. But he'll go into that tunnel like yesterday, and you just say to his lads, "Great win, boys, but on to the next game." And that's what Klopp is doing for the rest of the season. Take every single game as like a cup final, and do not go to bed. Don't think that you have to take your mind off things for other stuff. Make sure you have your A game on for all these 4 competitions going forward. And that includes next week against Villarreal. And that's what Klopp is doing with this team, and that's what these Liverpool players should be thinking about. Taking every game as a cup final, and don't think about the last game, because if you just keep on celebrating, that you're gonna take your foot off the gas. But no, every game now for me is a final, but it's very, very important.
Yeah, and for me personally, I think this team is too mature, and I think this team is too far in its development and in too far in its know how to play and know what's happening around us to take any team for granted. I really do think that. With the game yesterday, though, yesterday game proves two things to me, right? One of the things that stood out to me the most was the fact that I'm not sure what tactical changes was made at halftime, but it's becoming a trend, right? It's becoming a trend where our second half performances, well, immediately after second half, I'm not sure if it's the luck of we getting the goals then, but in recent times, I'm seeing drastic
Yeah,
change.
look, David, man, I must something good the coaching staff doing, because it happened too much time.
Exactly my point. So I'm thinking that whatever Jurgen Klopp and his team is analyzing is like they're analyzing things and finding holes in teams and weakness in teams and coming out second half. And these things have been showing that which these are the things that have been helping us to get results, right? That's one. Two, I realized that this team has evolved so much that we no longer plays one type of football. So this team, we can play tiki taka if we choose to. We can play direct if we choose to. We can play counter attacking football if we choose to. We can play counter pressing football if we choose to. We can play on the flanks through the middle, and that has allowed us to have several weapons, which I don't see the team that can really stop us. I think that Manchester City is probably the only team that can say they can beat us, and that's due to the players that they have. But even a final, if we were to go up against City, I would back us to win. So it's not to say that I'm overrating this team, because we're not taking any teams for granted. But I don't think that Klopp would allow these players to even take any teams for granted either way. So yesterday's game was beautifully planned, beautifully executed, because it was anti-football versus football, and we came out in the second half, got the job done, and I'm looking for another 2-love result in the second leg. I did check. Villarreal's home record. It's not that bad in recent times, but it's not anything to write home about. So we should go there and get the job done. And I'm looking at another 2-love result.
Okay, fair enough. Demo, can you speak?
Yeah. So my thing is, I think that we're way ahead of the real team. I expected them to park the bus, but I expected them to have a little bit more attacking intent. But I think the loss of Gerard Moreno played a big part in them not being as attacking. So I'm not sure if he'll be back for the second leg, but for the game, like, it was just complete dominance for us. I expected us to dominate. I actually predicted the score line perfectly correct. And I know our first goal came from a Henderson cross that was deflected and whatever. But we were always going to score against them. I think that our team is just way better than Villarreal. I thought that when we got Villarreal to go to play in the semis. I booked my ticket for the finals before that. And people can say I'm underestimating Villarreal and they knock out Bayern and Juventus and all of that. But this Liverpool team is not Bayern and it's not like Juventus. Like we are better than Bayern Munich, especially defensively, because defensively Bayern were all over the place this season. Like everyone was scoring against them in the league. Everyone, right? So I'm going to go for changes for the second leg, and I'm seeing another 2-0 victory for Liverpool.
Fair enough. All right, guys. I said this last year that Thiago is one of the best midfielder them in world football, and a lot of people laugh off of me. My boy Dominic Rich always messing around, talking bad thing about this young man Thiago Alcantara. See, but he has been in great form. The end of last season, coming into this season, he looks so fantastic. Very good performance against Manchester City in the FA Cup. Come against United, put in another outstanding performance. Last night again. Where do you guys rank Thiago Alcantara? And I want to throw this at Demo. Is Thiago better than Cesc Fabregas?
What?
Yes.
Listen, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a Spanish fan. I've been watching Spanish football for ages. I watched the youth system because I'm a big Spanish fan. I saw when Thiago and Alvaro Morata was playing in the Spain team coming up. I've been watching Thiago for a long time. And obviously, when he was playing at Barcelona with Xavi and Iniesta, it was very hard to play consistently and Busquets, right? They were in their prime. So when you have Pep Guardiola when you go into Bayern Munich telling you, listen, Thiago or nothing, you're supposed to know that this guy is unbelievable. And Thiago is way ahead of Cesc Fabregas. It's not close. I think people look at goals and assists and determine whether a player is better than that. But they're two different players. I think Thiago dictates play way better. His passing range is much wider, and people underestimate his dribbling ability. He actually dribbles quite well. He knows how to beat a man. So for me, I know people were saying he was having a horrible season last time, but I thought that narrative came about because we were losing. I don't think Thiago is doing extremely better than he was last year. I think he's doing better than last year, but not extremely better. He's still the same Thiago that we had. He's probably just a little bit.
We are talking about Demo, man.
No. Listen, you see, Thiago was playing those forward passes last year as well. He was switching the play last year as well. But the difference is we were losing. Like we had no center backs. He was playing Fabinho's role a lot of the times when Fabinho had to go to center back, but he was dictating play a lot, especially the last 10 games that we didn't lose a game. Like he was on smoke, right? So Thiago versus Cesc Fabregas not a competition for me, and Thiago is right up there with Kevin De Bruyne as one of the best midfielders in the world right now.
Okay, Ryan, I want to ask you this. I want you to be honest with me. Not because you're a Liverpool supporter, but the way this man control the game, dictate the game, where this man glide past people inside that midfield. No one can touch him. It seems like him always have 10 minutes, 15 minutes on the ball. Player cannot get close to him. How good is Thiago Alcantara? How far am I from this Kevin De Bruyne?
Thiago's better, but Thiago to me is more of a Xavi, Iniesta type player than a out-and-out number 10. The way Thiago plays, he's a very good. The way he plays, it's just the quality of the football that he plays for. He can play forward. He knows how to hold the ball, play possession, and control the tempo. To me, he's more of a number 8 than a true on number 10 because he can also help defend. He can find that role, and he's also very good offensively. He's more of a box-to-box midfielder in my view than a out-and-out number 10, and Thiago is just great at everything he does. I think he's De Bruyne.
You know what, Ryan? Just to add to your point, I'm going to say I'm not cutting you, but I'm actually cutting you. But when you said he's a 8, you know what he was doing poorly last season? tackling. But this
Yep.
season, he's been so good with his tackling too. I forgot to say that. But when you said 8, I was like, oh yeah, he actually tackles well. Like this season, he's been way better.
He's up to the speed to the Premier League. I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
And I think he was also everybody's scapegoat last year. Like he was one of the
Yep.
main scapegoats, so to
Mhm.
speak.
Yeah. Especially Man United fans, and they want to get Thiago and you know what I mean? I would just scoop him away. So that's why I think the Man United fans are bitter about. I'm
Even
telling you.
analysts on TV, not just fans. You have some analysts saying how he slows our play down and stuff like that. It was so ridiculous. Bro.
A true, bro. Like I think couple Liverpool legend come out and say that.
Exactly. I think
I
Haman.
remember
Haman.
that was Diddy
Yeah.
Haman, so it was.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. Say this guy slow down. I mean, I said that man, yo, the ball is bad. For me, no Thiago playing for Bayern Munich, brother. I always want him come to Liverpool, brother. When me hear that Liverpool link with him, I say, yo, I like this.
And when Dominic was talking about how he's not scoring any goals or getting any assists, I was like, okay, well, bring up the stats that he had at Bayern. Show us his assists and goals at Bayern. It wasn't no outstanding goals or assists. Like he's the one who does the pre-assist. You know, he spreads the play over there. Like I don't get it.
He's like
conductor.
The third passer to the
the conductor, yeah.
Like he's the secondary assist. Like I know none of y'all watch hockey, but there's always a secondary assist. That's Thiago.
Pretty much.
So if they counted those assists, he'd have a lot of them. But
yeah, bro,
but the
I'm
thing
telling
is,
you.
people don't. Most people do is look at the score lines. They look at the box score. They don't look at what is on the pitch. They would rather look, oh, Salah has this many goals, or Milner has this many assists. They don't want to look at what they see from the highlights or even the game. They don't look at what is happening on the pitch or the expected goals or what that pass would normally could create. They don't want to look at what they see. They want to look at the numbers, and then they look at and then they see and they use what they see with the numbers to make a decision on how good a player actually is. And that's not right. Now, I know analytics. I like analytics, but there's a difference between using analytics because you have to look at the situation to use the analytics correctly. Just to look at goals and assists, that's part of the story.
Before we move on to the rest of the topic we have tonight, we're not going to be long, guys, but principle of football. Thiago, how special this guy is, and is Thiago better than Cesc Fabregas?
Yeah, no doubt about that, right? So Thiago is very good at what I call the intangibles. So you won't necessarily see them on the major statistics. Right now, the stats that are floating around the internet is that pass complete rate and amount of passes per game and those things. What Thiago brings is his influence to this team or to any team, and those things are intangible. You can't really define them by statistics, right? So Thiago he has the ability to do anything that he wants to do with a football. And when you master a football, master the game, plays the game in your mind, speed of thought, everything that this man brings to the game, and then to actually execute that with your feet, it's something else. This guy is right now he's at a level where it's like poetry in motion, bro. So there's no doubt about that. Thiago is a way better player than Cesc Fabregas in my opinion. And the funny thing is that I'm not sure about all of us age here on the panel currently, but I looked at it the other day and I'm thinking to myself, where do we rank Thiago in midfielders that we have ever seen, played live on TV or in the stands for Liverpool? So that's a question I'm willing to ask you guys. In terms of midfielders,
I think, may I be honest, my two favorite midfielder is Xavi Alonso and Stevie Gerrard. I like Mascherano. I like what Mascherano bring to this Liverpool team back in 2008, 2009 But what Fabinho has come and do in this Liverpool team for the last 4 to 5 years he at Liverpool, I think he played that position much better than Mascherano. And I will say my 5 top midfielder them for Liverpool is Xabi Alonso, Mascherano, Stevie Gerrard, funny enough, Jordan Henderson, and also Thiago Alcantara. I think Jordan Henderson is the most underrated midfielder on that list. Because I don't know if you guys see what I think what's your channel name again? The coach Vice or something like so. I share it. I can't remember that name
Yeah, with Pep Linders and the aside.
bro.
Coach's
You hear the
voice.
man say about Henderson, bro. But go ahead, Ryan. We'll
It
come
was
back.
coach's voice.
Yeah, coach's voice. Yeah,
Coach's Vice. What name?
coach's voice.
Yeah, Coach's Vice. But you see what he said about Jordan Henderson? I watched that video,
I,
but I watched it about 5 times, bro.
Bro, I want to say something about Henderson, but I'm gonna allow Ryan and Steven to go ahead first because I really want to know where Thiago ranks in midfielders that you guys have seen with your own eyes.
So,
Not that came before us.
so all football or just
No,
Liverpool?
that we would have seen like live on TV or live in the stands.
So for me, I think Thiago he's up there. I think he's probably right next to Xavi, the way he plays. I think Xavi's the best. I'm not a Barcelona fan, but Xavi is the best midfielder I've ever seen in my life, I think. I'm only 22, so I'm not that old. But Xavi.
Same here.
So
Okay.
for me, I know this one's a shout, but then I would say Thiago, then Stephen Eustachio of Canada and Porto. I'm not joking, okay, y'all. No, I'm not joking.
Okay, go ahead.
Eustachio is a
Yeah.
freaking. He's amazing. Like y'all need.
Ryan, to each his own. To each his own. It's your opinion,
Like
bro.
that's why
You're
Canada's
entitled
so
to it.
good. That's why Canada's so good right now. Stephen Eustachio is the unsung hero. Seriously. Metronome, amazing midfielder. And then I would say as number 4, I would say Modric, and then 5th, Gerrard.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's your opinion, bro.
Wow, this is gonna be hard. I think there've been many midfielders I've watched in my lifetime to come to remember into the present day, but I'll start from 5 to 1. 5, I go with Xabi Alonso because I do remember him playing for Liverpool during the parts of maybe the late times before he left Liverpool. He was still doing stuff that was helping Liverpool in the midfield that in ways that we aren't seeing them today. I think I'll rank him 5. 4, I would give it to Modric. I think Modric is something still going at 36. I think Modric gave something to Real Madrid that was so great to them and winning leagues and winning Champions. I think winning 3 Champions Leagues that helped that great Madrid team. But that's where I rank Modric. 3, I would go. I think I'm going to go with Steven Gerrard in my opinion. Like I remember Steven Gerrard at a very very young age, and he was he was the captain. He literally helped me get through those times under Brendan Rodgers and Kenny Dalglish. In times where I don't think we would have seen in the past of before. So I reckon 3. 2, I'm gonna put Thiago at 2. I feel like it's all good to call him the best midfielder in the world. I think he generally is one of the best midfielders in the world. I just feel like I think if there's one player that I have to feel like that inspires a midfield right now today and in the past is Kevin De Bruyne, and he's still doing it. Kevin De Bruyne, I've never seen anything like it. Like he can literally strike anything from the outside the box, and he can literally make it his own. And he still gets to do it, but it's completely scary. But it's I think Thiago. I think he's still got a lot to do. Thiago. I feel like this is his second season in the Premier League, and I think he'll only get better. And let's actually hope he can get surpassed maybe De Bruyne one day. But I don't know. It's going to be hard. But yeah, I think that's where I rank Thiago. I think he's definitely up there as one of the best. And you know what? It's well done for him this season to get him off the back foot and actually take that season last year off his back, because it was horrible just to have no crowds there to do it. But I think he's just got suited to the city, and he'll only continue to get better.
Okay.
Demon, like, I really want to hear what Demon wants to say on this topic.
I
Wow,
didn't. I wasn't here. So what was the question?
Where you ranked Thiago in terms of all-time midfielders that played for Liverpool that you have seen with your eyes, not midfielders that came before you started watching Liverpool, not in our history, right? But the guys went on to list their all-time midfielders, which is even better. So you can choose either one.
Where does Thiago rank? Obviously, Steven Gerrard is one for me.
Why? Obviously, because funny enough, two guys on the stream so far.
Mhm.
Thiago over
You are kidding.
No. Demo, you have to learn to appreciate and accept other people's views.
Wait. So wait, no, I just want to get. So you said two people have Thiago over Gerrard?
So far.
So Steven and Ryan, you have Thiago over Gerrard?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, this is,
All right, so-
but this is
let me
ranked
go.
best midfielders ever. That's the reason. It's not just based on Liverpool. It's based on the
Yeah,
best
we
midfielders that
went
we've
all
ever seen.
football.
Yeah, but the fact that you guys have them on the best ever, that simply mean that you would even rank higher than him in Liverpool midfielders, which is fine. The thing is why that's okay in Demo. These are not. These are people that watch the football game with their own eyes and their own understanding. So you have to leave them to their own opinion, bro. You get me?
That-
You can
that's
go ahead with
it.
your opinion. Go ahead. Let me listen to what you have to say.
All right, so let me see if I get the question correct, because no, it seems like a two different questions. So we're ranking top midfielders of Liverpool all time, not just what we see with the eyes.
No, what you have seen with that.
Oh,
that you
with what I've seen with my eye. So
Yes,
so
so-
it's pretty easy for me then. So I'm going to go Steven Gerrard one. Grew up watching him, and he was an inspiration. Um, Thiago is going to be second for me, and just because he has more time to go, but Thiago is just a little bit higher than Xavi Alonso for me. But Xavi Alonso will be number 3. Yeah, so Gerrard, Thiago, Xavi Alonso.
Okay, that's great, bro. Because I felt the same way, right? And I'm saying that Thiago came yesterday. Why do I feel like Thiago is like one of
Exactly.
the best midfielders ever to play for Liverpool, and he came
Impact,
just
bro.
yesterday? But I just wanted to hear other people's thoughts, because the fact is a fact, bro. In terms of ability, I would just put Gerrard over him, and because Gerrard probably has some
Everything.
another intangible that we can't put like statistics around it to say that this, and it's probably a similar thing to what Henderson has as well with his leadership ability. And I don't think I necessarily would depend on Thiago if I was 3-love down to say that he would rally the team to get us there. And then Gerrard has had ability to back what he could do. So for me, it's Gerrard and then Thiago. But I looked at it as crazy. I'm like, wow, Thiago is actually the second best midfielder I've ever seen played for Liverpool. And I'm
Yeah,
probably young. That's why I'm
Mhm.
saying that. But I
Mhm.
figured that most of us on this stream was of similar age. So that's why I chose them.
Yeah, but the thing is, for me, it would have been really hard to put anybody ahead of Gerrard, because for me, Gerrard is the best player ever. Like, just full stop, not just for Liverpool. For me, he's the best midfielder. Like, over Zidane, over everybody, I have Gerrard.
Well,
Gerrard's
that's
It would have been hard.
Gerrard's clear to Lampard. I can tell you that much.
yeah, that much we can agree on, because
And Paul
Ryan
Scholes as
also
well.
said-
Paul Scholes as well.
easily. But yeah, we can go on, Ryan. I just wanted to see if like I'm feeling like the same that other people was feeling. But we can go ahead.
And actually, I'll go a bit further. Gerrard is also a better manager than Lampard as well.
Yeah, facts.
All right. Fair enough. So, all right. I want Demo because it seems that Demo don't have a lot of time, but I want Demo to answer this quick before he leave. Demo,
Yeah.
I want you to give me an honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If Liverpool only win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup this season, is it a failure?
Massive failure.
Well, I'm going to finish it.
Finish. I thought you were done. Finish.
No. So what? So Liverpool win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup this season, right? Is it a failure? Or what make the season would be great? Winning the Premier League with the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, or winning the Champions League? Are you saying they have to win one of these, either the Premier League or the Champions League, for the season to be a success?
Yeah, for me, we have to get the. I mean, I'm going to say the Champions League because that's pretty much in our hands. Obviously, the league is in City's hands. We have to depend on them to drop points. So I won't be too harsh if we lost the Premier League because if City goes on and win out and we go on and win out, like we can't do anything, right? So I wouldn't be too hard if we lost that. But the Champions League, especially with the run that we got, um, the squad that we have now in terms of squad depth. I think that we have the squad. I think it's our Champions League to lose pretty much. Like we can beat Manchester City if they get there, and we obviously have something against Real Madrid, especially after the Salah thing. You know what I mean? So even if we get Real Madrid in the final, I think we should go on and beat them. So we have to get that, and we have to. I mean, Chelsea in the FA Cup, I think we have to beat them as well. So at least a treble for me. Anything less is a disappointment.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. So what said your football principle?
Personally, bro, the way I view cup football, it's kind of tricky because if you realize that, especially the Champions League, I don't think it's necessarily the best team in world football that always wins the Champions League. However, this time it's shaping up to be that way, right? Because in my opinion, Liverpool and Manchester City are the two best teams in world football. Now, in regards to it being a successful season, I would say that this is the closest I think any team has ever come to winning 4 trophies in England, right? So for me, I would personally want us to win all of those trophies, right? Not to say that anything less for me would be a failure, but for me it would be a disappointment. Not to say that it's a failure of a season because the season has been so great and I am one for the journey and not necessarily the result. Not to say that I don't want the result, but the result is usually the result of what was done, and the league is out of our hand pretty much. We can only do what we can do and hope for the best, and that's what we've been doing. So what we have is a final against Chelsea. We usually it looks like we have Chelsea number, so I'm expecting that that's at least a double. And then in the final of the Champions League, I'll back us to win again. So it's looking like we'll win a treble for sure, but I can't say definitely that City will drop points and we'll win a quadruple. But I really, really hope we do.
So Ryan Henderson, would you satisfy if Liverpool win the Premier League, lost the Champions League, but still compete, winning the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup?
Yes, because Liverpool, for me, have to win one of the big trophies. If they win the Premier League or the Champions League, if they only can win one, but they still win the FA Cup and they have the Carabao Cup, if they win a treble, that's a successful season. If they only win the FA Cup out of those 3 trophies, it's I wouldn't say it's an out-and-out failure, but it's a little bit of it's a letdown. It's a letdown. Liverpool have to win one of the big trophies. I think the Champions League is honestly the more likely bet. I think the Premier League can be done, but Liverpool have to stay on the pace, and City, of course, have to drop points. Now, it would be nice to see Aston Villa be the ones and Steven Gerrard to be the ones to hand Liverpool that Premier League trophy. I think that would be poetic, very poetic, that Gerrard finally wins Liverpool a Premier League in some sort of fashion. But the Champions League is probably the more likely situation. A quadruple would be history, but they at least have to have a treble to be a completely successful season.
Okay. Stephen, surely Liverpool winning these 4 trophies, right? City probably drop points against Leeds United. They look a little bit jaded. They look a little bit tired. They up against Real Madrid. They're going to think about that leading up for that game come Wednesday. So, is it a possibility we can win all 4 trophies?
I generally believe that after what happened on Tuesday night and them keeping Real Madrid in the game, and they're going to have to go Real Madrid again with their first team. I feel like you will see some sort of, I don't know if we'll see semi-rotation of the Leeds game, but you can bear doubt that Leeds will make Man City a hard game. I mean, Man City have still got to go to West Ham and Wolves. Those are very, very tough games as well. And they're also home to Newcastle and Aston Villa. You can say that they can say that once, Dominic Rich can say, "Oh, it's an easy game. It's an easy game. We'll just go to sleep with this match." I can bet you that this Saturday Leeds will get something. I'm confident of that because we saw what happened when after they got through against Atletico Madrid, their first team, they went and faced Liverpool in the FA Cup semi-final, and what happened? They got rolled over. They were too tired. I can bet you doubt they'll be tired again on Saturday if they and the only outcome that I can see if that would be a draw. I would take any sort of draw. It would be to make Liverpool win on Saturday and just overtake them by 1 point. That's all we would need. Now the 4 trophies. Now the whole 4 trophy standpoint is that would it be to make a successful season? We will need to win a major trophy. I do believe so, and it will be either the Premier League or the Champions League. But to go with that with the FA Cup, that would be even more sweeter. I'd be very happy with a treble, definitely. Like I said at the start of the stream, that I wouldn't get the quadruple dream right now is fun that we're getting to experience to go for all 4 of them. It's just so, like I said, it's going to be very, very hard to get that quadruple dream over the line if we are to do that. But would I take a treble if it was Champions League, FA Cup, or Carabao Cup at best outcome? I think I would, because the league would be far too hard to do, and Man City would have for pleasant they would have gone over the line over this great Liverpool team. So I would definitely have that. Happy at the end of the season, but I would be very, very, very confident that Man City could slip up in one of these Premier League games going forward that would get Liverpool the title, and I'm very confident that still. And that's what I hope for.
I don't know, but something I tell my guys that we're going to win the 4 trophy. I think here's the reason why I said that. Not because I'm biased when it comes on to Liverpool, but I feel like Manchester City, watching them the last 2 weeks, they look a little bit jaded, they look a little bit tired. Liverpool look much fresher than them in this last lap. Klopp rotating, getting the balance right. Even when I look at Manchester City, the coach hardly even want to make a sub. I remember him have millions of dollar player on the bench, and him hardly want to even make.
But you actually remember as well, Ryan, you remember Sergio Aguero used to get them out, and he used to get the goals in.
Yeah, so I think in this nitty-gritty time that Manchester City want to win the Champions League so bad, I think if we can win this game against Leeds United, against
Newcastle,
if we can win this, because this game against Newcastle is not going to be easy,
No.
I think it's going to be tougher than the Tottenham Spurs game, in my honest opinion, You understand? And I believe that Manchester City, they're running, they're playing hard in the Champions League. They're going to have one eye on that Champions League game, and that Leeds United, getting a little bit of groove now. They're not conceding a lot of goal. They're not open like when Bielsa coaching the team. I think this Leeds United team can really get something from this game,
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling as well, bro.
Guys,
I'm pretty sure Calvin Phillips is returning to Leeds for this game. I think I heard something like that. That's a big crucial to our team.
That's not happening, guys.
So this weekend we are playing away at Newcastle, and they are playing away at Leeds. However, Newcastle is safe because Newcastle has passed the 40-point mark. So not to say that it would be a dead rubber and they have nothing to play for, because you know that these teams never stop playing in the league. but Leeds is in more danger of
Exactly.
falling closer to the relegation zone. So Leeds have more to play for. So City have to be on it again, and not to say that we don't have to be on it, which I expect us to be on it, but I think City game versus Leeds is probably the game to watch, like with a keen eye
Mhm.
this weekend.
So for me, they're not gonna drop any points against Leeds. For me, Wolves,
So Demo will,
maybe West Ham.
sorry
Wait,
Demo, I'm
uh-huh.
gonna cut you. So we're gonna Ryan, you're gonna have a review show of the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Can we be back here? Remember, Demo is saying this, remember, Demo is saying this
Demo,
point.
Demo,
Listen,
can
we
you
Can
be
be
can
back
here
here
weekend? Come.
listen, boss.
after the
Listen,
weekend. Okay,
listen to what
continue,
I'm saying. Listen to what
continue.
I'm saying. Manchester City will not drop points against Leeds. They're far superior
Clip
to
that in,
Leeds,
clip that in.
and yeah, they
Clip
won't drop
him.
any
Clip
points.
him.
What?
Clap
Yeah.
it, clap
So
it, clap it, clap it.
what? What we need to hope for is drop points against Wolves. I think maybe that's their last game of the season. I don't even remember. Aston Villa or West Ham. But seeing that West Ham is in that Europa League thingy, we might not, because West Ham might be focusing on Europe more. So we probably shouldn't expect West Ham to do us a favor, but definitely not Leeds. So maybe Wolves, right?
Depends also,
For
Demo,
us,
Villa's the
because
last game for City. It's on Championship Sunday.
yeah. So that too.
I think
But for,
here's what
wait,
I'm seeing. I
wait,
think
wait.
it's going to
Just let
be
me
a
finish. Just let me finish this point because I have to run, right? So for us tomorrow, though, I don't know what you guys think, because we play first. I think with a win, we'll go ahead of them, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I maybe you guys might be onto something. They might feel a little bit of pressure because we're ahead of them and we play first. But that's the best we can hope for. Wolves or Aston Villa. That's it.
so I was going to say I really kind of believe in that fairy tale ending on Championship Sunday that Liverpool win the title because Gerrard either draws or beats City. I just have a feeling that that's going to happen. I don't know why it's written in the stars, but I think
Where play? Where's that game play?
Etihad.
Yo,
It's
that's not happening either if it's at the Etihad,
bro,
bro.
Demo, remember, me have you 1 hour, 10 minutes, 40 seconds in the video.
Eh,
Me I tell you, say, at Leeds I go upset them. Remember me tell you that.
No,
Because
they
I've been
won't,
watching.
bro.
What you say?
No, they won't.
All right, let us see. Let us see. King of prediction, Demo there.
You definitely got that right. Ask not Philip. I was the one who predicted that. Ask top four. I was the one who said that we are gonna make top four when everyone else doubted it. So I am the king of predictions.
Demo, may I tell you something about this Leeds team? 1 week rest, Manchester City, they're not giving up a lot of goal. And when I look at the last 5 meetings with them and Manchester City, it's very close.
Did you see Manchester City against Real Madrid, boss? Does that team
Yeah.
look like they'll drop points against Leeds,
But you know,
especially
get what I say.
attacking wise?
Because guess what, no? Remember, they were going to thinking about, oh, they beat PSG, Remember, they beat Chelsea 2 times, them behind, and they play at home. So Pep, you know that Pep always overthink things. I'm going to say, Jano Star, rest some of the player them and prepare for that game against. Because Belgium, for playing 90 minutes with a strong team against Leeds and then travel to Spain and then for come back again to play a Premier League, this player, bro, they're not rotating like how Liverpool rotating, bro.
And I personally think that if Pep is to make a sacrifice, he will sacrifice the league. I think that, because I think really and truly that City team needs to win a Champions League for them, for their own legacy. So I
I
True.
think
agree.
that if they need to make a sacrifice, it will be for the league, and I think they'll rotate this weekend. And let's see, I'll be watching that match with
Yeah,
Key.
but that's my point though. Even if they rotate, it's still gonna be a strong team. Like we're gonna
Remember
put
in the demo,
Grealish on, put like Grealish, who is a Sterling, like those are the guys on the bench.
remember in the demo, they don't have any right back.
What you mean? Kyle Walker is coming back, and so
It's,
is Cancelo.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was suspended for the first game because of cards.
Cancelo are injury.
No, Cancelo was suspended because of cards, bro. Yellow
Okay.
cards.
Alright. You know, I just
I
believe
mean,
that
I admire the false hope, but Leeds will not will not take points off City.
Bro, I
Come
don't
on.
know. I don't know how you're a Liverpool fan and you don't walk with no hope in your heart, you know, bro. Where's
No,
your
no,
hope?
yeah, but my hope is not in Leeds. It's in Wolves or Aston Villa,
Okay,
not Leeds.
not Leeds. Okay,
This
you have,
reminds me of 2019.
yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. But
Except
you know
for
what I'm banking on? I think Wolves they just don't concede a lot of goals, and they remind me of Crystal Palace in a sense. And Crystal Palace got points off City, and
that
I
them are
think
them
Wolves
bucket
are
team too.
yeah, and I think Wolves are a better defensive team than Crystal Palace. So I'm banking on Wolves.
Yeah, but I
That
don't.
game was playing at Wolf.
I I
I
personally don't really bank on teams that don't have much to play for. So other than Steven Gerrard, where you know that
he's probably gonna be thinking of Liverpool that day instead of
yeah,
Villa.
but what was Crystal Palace playing for when they took points off City?
That was way up in the season, Demo.
What? That was the other day. What are you talking about?
Crystal Palace, you
That's
have
what
to
gave us the chance to
Crystal
go ahead of
Crystal
them.
Palace have a new coach, which is a black coach, and he's trying every game for Crystal Palace is a point to prove for black legacy in the league. And let me say that if you didn't if you haven't realized that by now. So Palace not having to ease up with nobody.
Okay, well, we'll see. But don't depend on Leeds, guys. You can put your money on it.
All right, Dima with no hope.
Yeah, but guys, I want to appreciate all of you guys coming and stuff. Hopefully we can wrap up this over on the weekend. Hopefully we get Demo when Leeds defeat
No,
this Manchester City team.
I won't be here. I have two cricket games over the weekend. I have
Mhm. Yeah, run. But
cricket
He knows
season,
what he's
bro.
doing. He's got his schedule
No,
for
I
so he don't
actually
get
do.
called
I have
out.
no, bro. I have two games for real, no joke.
mm,
But before we leave, we have to say thanks to what's her name? Eula. That's Jurgen's Klopp wife name. I got her name today. We have to say thanks to
No.
Eula. Isn't me? She make sure so the boss sign him contract for 2 more years.
The real
Big up,
goat.
big up
Oh,
Eula. We love you, Eula, anywhere you are in the world. Yeah,
Mrs. Klopp.
Mrs. Klopp, big up yourself.
she
Yeah,
love
man.
the city, bro.
Yeah, it's just a joy. Like having Klopp for a few more years.
Yeah.
I guess Pep will have a like Pep Linders, not Pep Guardiola, but Pep will have a few more years to learn and grow because I think a lot of us realize that it's not necessarily Gerrard as yet, but I think a lot of us have realized that Pep is probably a better option right now to take over from Klopp. So
You
I've
think so?
years. Personally, I do, and I think from like reasoning with a lot of other fans, I think that's the vibe I'm getting. I've longed to hear somebody say, "Oh, Gerard, come take over." Like once upon a time when we used to say, "All right, Gerard, come replace Klopp when Klopp is gone." I haven't heard that in a minute.
I don't want Gerard as it, bro. Gerard need to get more experience and stuff. But I
Mhm.
don't want Pep Linders neither. You know what I mean? So
Wait, so who you want?
Ryan LFC.
Oh my God. All right. Let me go on that.
He's pulling one out of my playbook.
Ryan LFC take
Straight.
over. You know what I mean? But I don't want to be turning on Stevie Gerrard if things not. I don't want it just turn like no.
Well, Ryan,
Gerrard,
he's got 4 years to do it. He's got 4 years to do it.
bro, he need to go on another big club to prove himself, Bridget. And I saw this thing go better.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We have
he
to
has
get
four
another quality
years.
manager 4 years from now. A young upcoming coach I got birds on the scene from Germany where me no need the foolishness, bro. We can't because Stu Gerrard played for Liverpool is no. And I say it work. Because
But
it's not easy to take over for a man who at the home for 10 years. You know what pressure that I got upon him, Steve Gerrard?
Exactly. Yeah.
wait, like he has 4 years. He has already done
Demo,
wonders in Scotland. Wait, no, he already
Demo.
done wonders in Scotland with Rangers. He was with the under 17s. Like he's getting his stuff together. So he has 4 more years. What else he has to do?
Demo
Demo.
is Demo is a very emotional guy, and it's a lot of romanticism. Demo,
Demo.
No.
I think a lot of us we were there when we saw Gerard at Rangers, and
Uh-huh.
we thought then that he was ready, but he,
Coming in the Premier League.
Gerard come Aston Villa come show say him still have things to learn, bro, and you have to call
Wally.
it spade a
But,
spade.
what? But every coach has things to learn.
Yeah, but you can't learn on the job at Liverpool, bro. That's too much. The expectation, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You see that already?
Teacher.
Yeah,
You're
man.
right about that because you have too many riots and them man they come learn from the job, brother. See what, bro?
Oh
Demo,
my gosh.
this is not a sentiment thing, Bridget.
It has
Frank
nothing to do with
Frank
sentiment.
Lampard learned on the job at Chelsea and
No, he
That's a horrible
didn't.
Yeah, but he
decision.
flopped though. Yeah, but Lampard flopped before when he got to
What
Chelsea.
Lampard finished fourth with Chelsea with youngsters. He
and
made
Bro.
top
And
where
then
did
he
I
progression.
got
get him?
sacked as
And
his
where
third.
did I exactly? Glad he made a point.
Yeah,
Demo.
but it's not just one seat. Like, all right, so I don't think you
Lampard.
get what I'm saying. I'm saying Gerard has done wonders in Scotland, right? He has 4 more years before we consider him to be the coach. Like, I'm sure he'll improve in the space of 4 years to take over from Klopp. Like, what's wrong with that?
And
Well,
also, sorry, let me cut you again. I think a lot of Liverpool fans have realized that the style of play that Gerrard is playing now, that has a lot to do with it. I'm not sure if a lot of us really like that style of play that he's actually playing right now. So that has a lot to do with it as well. And remember, each individual coach usually sticks to their philosophy. So I'm not seeing where Gerrard is gonna change his philosophy and become a more um, ball playing. Even though Aston Villa is a ball playing team to an extent, but to what level? And
I,
it's probably the team that he's on and the players that he have. But
yeah, because I don't see the dissimilarity between what he does, unless you mean formation, because he loves using wing backs as well to create. Like at
Demo,
Rangers, his wing backs were the ones creating.
Demo. And Stevie Gerrard wasn't an Englishman. He much a pressure me down at Villa. And just because nobody now, you see nobody now talk about how poor Gerrard is at Aston Villa.
Wait, how poor has he been? Because
You
I'm
check the
sure
stats,
I'm
brother.
sure Aston Villa were close to fighting relegation when he came,
yeah,
and he
but
made them go on a wonderful run,
I
and
think he also
everybody was
lost
giving him
6 in a
praise.
row or something like that. Six
Demo,
home
you
games
don't watch the
in a row or
Premier League,
six
you know, bro.
away games.
Just I watch Liverpool alone.
Okay, so no, I'm that's fine. That's why I'm asking you to tell me his stats. How poor has he
That me I
been?
tell you, you need to go do your research,
No,
brother.
no, no.
You
You
can't
are the
come
one
for
They're
telling
15th
me.
YouTube
from the
and feel like
table.
we for teach you,
Wait,
brother.
No, no, no.
Stevie is saying something. I guess Steven have the stats.
Steven, yes, since everybody knows his
Yeah,
stats, he's
no,
been
no.
poor. Hmm?
They're really 15th from the table last time I checked.
15? Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's not all down on Gerard. He took them from fighting relegation.
No, Demo,
So
this
no,
them
Ryan, tell me his record. That's what I want to know.
Demo,
How
what
poor
I
has
tell
he
you say
been?
when Stevie Gerrard take over, I this up Villa.
Oh my gosh, bro, just tell me say you don't know, because
Brother,
everybody's just saying he's been poor. I just want to know
me the
his
think
record.
that Gerrard will be the next Liverpool manager, but seeing him, brother, the man need to go and get some more work on him style of play, system, everything.
But it's
And
very
come.
evident because
Nothing.
remember the fan base usually said that Demo. Why are the fan base not saying it anymore?
What fan base isn't saying that? The fan base who you see, like
Ask
I know.
Ryan and ask Steve. Ask Ryan and ask Steve. You're living
Demo,
in denial, bro.
I know a lot of people who say Gerard's supposed to be the next manager after
Demo,
Klopp leaves. I don't
Demo,
understand which fan base you not talk.
So
Demo.
Aston Villa lost 4 games in a row. Let me tell you Aston Villa's current form. They draw 0-0 to Leicester. They lost 4-0 to Tottenham. They lost 2-1 to Wolves. They lost 1-0 to Arsenal, and they lost 2-1 to West Ham. That's the last 5 games.
Yeah,
That's
so
nothing to write home about, bro. And
no,
any other
no,
manager
so
would be coming on this
Gerard,
same
Gerard didn't take over for 4 games. What was happening before that?
I'm telling you about the last. All right, so Okay, bro.
I don't understand. I want to
You
know
wait.
his record when he came to Aston Villa to this point. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, but that's
You
nothing
can't just
Gerrard come
isolate
up
4 games we just gone and judge him Aston Villa career. That doesn't make any sense.
with. All right, bro. Just do the
Arsenal
research.
lost their
Research
first
that
three
you
games of the season, and look where Arsenal are right now. Like I don't get it.
He's learning.
Cynthia,
He's learning, but like I think it's a reason why the fan base not singing Gerrard's
The
name.
fan base that you know, because I know a lot of fans who see Gerrard as the next Liverpool manager when Klopp leaves.
Demo, me go at the Toronto FC thing, see? And
Okay.
when we go, when he win the Scottish Premier League and thing,
Mm-hmm.
Gerrard should be the next Liverpool manager. Come on, Aston Villa, first two months, Gerrard should be the next Liverpool. After that, brother, the man must say him have a whole heap more work to do. And the next, he can't be getting the Liverpool job, brother. Unless him improve drastically in the
Wait, all right.
Liverpool.
So let me see if we're saying the same. So Ryan, you're saying after 4 years when Klopp leaves, you don't think Gerrard will be ready. That's what you're saying?
No.
So what you say? Because may I
Him
say
not
after
ready yet,
Klopp
bro. Him not,
leaves,
him the
Gerrard.
next 4 year, me nah say by the next 4 year, him cannot up to speed and winning thing. You know, this is football. Anything can happen, but
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. After Klopp leaves, Gerrard can be the next
bro,
manager. Like
no,
Klopp is
bro,
leaving in
no.
the
The man
next
have
4
to change the whole
years.
philosophy of whole Liverpool. Remember, you know. All right,
Oh my
Demo,
gosh, bro.
listen to Demo, cause sometimes you just because you in love with Gerard.
Oh
Listen
my
to what me I
god.
say. Listen to what me I say, Demo, and take the emotional out of the thing. Cause some
I,
usually talk like you know.
I have
That
the
I'm
important question.
I'm actually not emotional right now. I'm very
I
calm.
have the important question. Do me a rate what Brighton coach name? What's the name of Brighton?
Graham Potter, I rate him highly.
So you rate Gerrard as a coach more than Potter?
Not more than Potter.
All right then. So in that information right there, you'll find just check the details and you'll find what's up actually.
No, that doesn't make any sense. How that transfer to me saying I don't want him at Liverpool.
Okay.
At Liverpool, Gerrard would have better players at his disposal. I don't get what you're saying.
So you're
my
saying
boy,
that
they do a better job.
you're saying that Potter has better players than Gerrard right now. That's what you're saying.
No, I am saying at Liverpool,
Okay, but
Gerrard would have better players, and I see him
Potter
succeeding at
plays a
Liverpool.
better football than Steven Gerrard,
Yeah,
right?
but that now have nothing to do with Liverpool and what we see Gerrard doing with Liverpool.
Okay, bro. Well,
Gerrard will have great players at Liverpool, and I think that he'll be successful at Liverpool.
successful is relative. What you might call successful might not be this successful for the fan base. However, we'll see, bro. But you're talking with a lot of passion and you're talking with
Yo,
sentiment
this has nothing to do with passion.
and a lot of sentiments.
It's
But
very realistic to think that this team, who is fighting for a quad under Gerrard's tutelage, can do the same thing and fight for trophies as well. We're not
Demo,
changing the players.
I don't want Gerard to be the next Frank Lampard, brother. Force right. May the man take him time.
yeah,
He didn't think.
Did Frank Lampard go into Scotland and dominate over there over the
No, but
Celtic?
him go
bro.
and
What
do
is
well in a
Scotland?
better
No
championship.
disrespect. But what is
Oh, man.
Scotland, bro? Come on, bro.
Wait, Scotland is dominated by Celtics, and he went over there and
but-
Brendan Rodgers went undefeated. I think Gerrard went undefeated as well. Brendan Rodgers, yeah.
Okay, well, Rangers were doing well in the Europa League under Gerrard.
No, that's the other manager, by the way. Not Gerrard.
Huh? Huh? What was that?
It's
What
not-
was that, Steven?
Yeah, but it's not Gerrard taking Rangers to a Europa League semi-final under the other coach.
No, he didn't. He didn't make it to the semi-finals, but he was doing well. He did well with Rangers in Europa League.
Yeah, but that's not.
See,
Yeah,
to
look
make
at,
the
okay,
Champions League.
well, look at Jurgen Klopp though. What he did, in Germany, but he did that in a actual professional league against the likes of Bayern Munich. He dragged Dortmund to that league title onto that great Bayern Munich team. You know what I mean? The Scottish. Now, to be fair, what Gerrard did at Rangers was brilliant, but the Scottish league is not the German league. It is not the German league.
Yeah, but Steven, I'm not comparing Klopp to Gerrard. That's not a comparison.
Well,
Klopp is clearly ahead.
I just
I'm
gave you
saying
Graham
Klopp-
Potter to Gerrard. I just gave you Graham Potter to Gerrard, and
And
you
I said
admit that
And
prefer.
I said I rate Graham Potter.
Okay, but I
Let
think
Yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead, Ryan.
Let me be completely clear. Everything besides Celtic and Rangers, like everything under that in Scotland, MLS is clear of. Let's be honest.
Oh, bro.
But here's the other thing.
Wow.
Here's also the other thing.
Wow.
Here's also the other thing.
I said MLS.
Eva, do you believe in like averages and do you believe in averages and those things? Do you believe in like if you have five somebody and four of them must say something, it if you not go say it nearly go so? Do you believe in those things?
Not necessarily.
Okay, so you just believe in what you think in your mind. That's how it works, and
No, I just believe that five people can be wrong and one person can be right.
that's also true.
Everything isn't absolute.
Alright, bro. Yeah, my love is with you, bro. But it's a joy. Today's a happy day after yesterday was a happy day. Now, the only thing that can get better is that tomorrow I'm here to Sadio Mane renew him contract. Because honestly, guys, we're not talking about Sadio Mane's contract, but I think that Mane's contract needs to be renewed. And let's see what Salah does afterwards. I think
No, you know, say I can't remember the tweet. But when Jurgen Klopp signed that contract, I think the person tweet, I think from the Athletic.
David
Paul Joyce.
No man. We David they just call the person name.
David Arnstein, because it's David Arnstein
yeah.
that brought the news today, right?
Yeah, and he said Klopp say more likely Salah and Man are going to sign the contract because Klopp no longer worrying about player leaving Liverpool.
No,
He want them player them to stay, and that's a thing that the FSG promised him before him sign that contract, that Salah and Mane will sign, plus we can expect 2 to 3 player signing in the summer.
Guys, what about Divock Origi? Divock Origi renewal, no?
No,
Okay, no sentiments. No
Origi is almost at AC Milan.
Okay. Well, come
bro,
on. That guy's a legend, bro. He's a
bro, Dima, you are the next one, bro. I see you and Kopish down in the comment section, and you do Mobala dirt.
What?
Dima, put some respect for Origi name.
Wait. When did I do that?
You all a compare Mine to Origi. Origi, Mine them.
What did I say? What did I say, Ryan? Tell the public.
You said what when me said to you say Klopp unfairly mess up Origi Liverpool.
And then what did I say? And what did I say?
And then you said, oh, so what did I say about Takamina?
So, all right. So how is that discrediting Origi?
Bro, never
But Ryan,
call Origi with Takamina, brother.
Ryan, you know your view is also sentimental, though. I'm just being honest.
Bro, Origi, me not tell a lie. Rate Origi. I love Origi, but I think for the God's sake, I still think he's a better finisher in the Liverpool team.
Yeah, but Ryan, you know you need art.
No, but what may I say? Right.
A football team needs super subs, honestly. And Origi knows his role well.
But
Origi know what the task is. He understand the assignment that he's a super sub, and he does his job excellently. Klopp didn't mess him up. He has a job to do in this team, and he does it very well.
12 goal,
Legend Origi.
But what may I say still? Origi, he don't make up his mind, say, yo, he might leave this summer. At film age, he need more game time. He's going to win a lot of trophy at Liverpool, especially this season. I think be fair enough, he give him time and him pay him dues, and I think it's fair for him to leave free and go on. I think Origi would do very well at Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton.
Wait, did you just say a free transfer?
Yeah, he's free. Him going for free.
I got an idea.
No, talk about the MLS, you know. Hey,
I don't want Bellotti in Toronto.
Ryan, stop really easy. I want to hear. Ryan Anderson, go ahead. Let me hear. Where?
Hey, I do not want Bellotti in Toronto. If we're going to get a DP striker for a starter and then move Jimenez to the wing, I want it to be somebody like Divock Origi.
Please.
I don't think Bellotti would fit. I'm sorry. I don't.
Yo, brother, big duo. bro, Origi for a Brighton, they create chance for fun. I mean, say Danny Welbeck a start for them. If
Is it
Origi,
20 plus league goals at Brighton, Origi?
bro, easily, bro, he can score 20 goals. The chance that Brighton create, and he going to be the main man.
Yeah.
Fit him style, I think Brighton that be a perfect team for him.
I'd rather win CONCACAF Champions League than be at Brighton, but okay.
Really?
Oh.
Klopp says he's the best finisher at the club, though. That's what Jurgen Klopp says.
Yeah, you don't believe that?
He's probably, come to think of it, he's probably the best finisher at the club.
I would agree. I would
He's
say
not a
he's
goal
better.
scorer, man.
Yeah, but remember that our team needs more than just a finisher, because what makes this team work is what everybody does. Yesterday game, I watched Salah run down him wing back, and I'm like, really? Which other superstar you would see run the length of the field?
Bro, I know Salah do that, bro.
It doesn't matter if I know him, I do it, bro. If I know him, I do it, I'm still grateful for it. No.
You have to understand that Ryan wanted to sell Salah earlier this season, you know.
Bro, I would still sell Mohamed Salah.
You hear that? All right, man, come on for this stream.
Wow.
But
No wrong with that. I would still sell him Alan and bring in
But to be honest though, Ryan, we are in a position where Salah might not want to renew his contract here, so he might opt to leave.
No,
So it's not to
coming
say
now.
that. Yeah, but I'm saying that it's not to say that we are even in a position to say that we want to see Salah and Ray. Salah might just decide to leave. He might just decide that he's not signing his contract and he wants to leave. Remember, the club comes first for me. So if Salah wants to leave, bro, next season, me and Liverpool again. Me and Mane, if I'm Minamino out there, me and Minamino. So, and I have all faith in the club to replace Salah if he leaves, bro. So the club comes first before Salah. So if Salah wants to leave, thanks for the contribution, and we walk on.
But I would say that it's a good thing to have Luis Diaz. That was a great master stroke. If that's the replacement, I think that works. Just like if Firmino were to leave, Jota is honestly better anyway.
Yeah, the replacements are already there.
Sometimes not better than Firmino, bro. What?
Oh.
Well, he's better at what he does.
Finisher.
Yeah, at what he does.
Better finisher, but I don't want Bobby to leave.
But
I'm
Bobby,
not saying I want.
but
I'm not saying I want him to be
Demo,
better, but I think Jota is better. That's what I was saying.
yeah, but Demo, you're not also saying that Bobby should renew his contract, because Bobby contract runs out the same time that Salah contracts run out, and nobody's talking about
Yeah,
Bobby.
I think
Nobody's talking about
Bro, we
Man.
can sell Roberto Firmino, bro.
the Carvalho signing probably, kind of pushing Bobby out the door.
Yeah, to be honest,
We
sentiments.
can sell Bobby. Bobby can sell, guys. Because Bobby run the hardest in this Liverpool team. I was even watching the same thing where Petlinder were talking about Genie, that game at Camp Nou when him come in at halftime. I think after the game, and I say, Bobby, I don't know how you do it for place false nine for Liverpool. The amount of work Genie have to do in that game. And I remember them time I just start my channel Demo. When Liverpool lose that game 3-0, brother, I come and I was never upset. I just said, listen, we play good. We just didn't take our chance in that game. I mean,
Yeah, that was the best true love I've ever seen my team get ever in life. Like, I've never seen a team get a better true love in life, honestly.
And to be fair to Ryan about Bobby, I think he's getting a lot of injuries of late. I think it's really catching up to him, all the hard running he used to do for all of those years.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it's happening now. So you're probably right.
sell him, bro. Bring in. Me still got, bro. When Man United are dominate, bro, and this is why I want Klopp to get a little bit more clever. Go and take Saka from them. Go and take him.
Who?
He's the right. Saka go on Arsenal. He's the right player.
Bro, give me Martinelli, bro. I don't want Saka. Saka is very overrated.
Bro, we need a left left winger, bro.
What?
Wow.
Saka is overrated.
No.
Give me Rafinha.
Wait, you
If
want Saka,
Rafinha,
Ryan?
no, Rafinha push down for not down the Brazilian thing right now, but Saka
Wait,
as a young Englishman would have
Ryan
been
Anderson, you rate Saka
Yes, I rate Saka. Yes,
like highly?
Yeah,
yes.
man, Saka a good baller.
I don't even think Saka is the best player in his team. I think Smith
has to
Rowe
be.
is better. I think Martinelli is better.
you come like
bro.
drink something. Wow, I don't know.
Nah, I
Hey,
don't want
funny
Saka
enough,
either.
Saka starting to take penalties for Arsenal. I'm not sure if you're following that, and that's not to say that the best player takes penalty, but it's a reason why.
Like, I mean, if it was for me, if I was a coach, I would have my players practice penalties and training. And if I think somebody's better at penalties than somebody else, I don't care if you're the best player. If you're
Yep.
the best penalty taker, you take the penalty.
Yeah,
Yep.
well,
That's the way I see it.
that's fair. But I'm just saying that this guy is held in such high regards for a reason. Like
Oh.
there's Pepe, and Pepe can't see a game for Arsenal because
Arteta just
Okay,
just
Pepe
don't
was
like Pepe.
he was a flop. He's still a flop.
yeah, he is. But I'm just saying that it seems like Saka plays regardless. So long as Saka is fit, Saka plays, and it must be a reason why. And his output is there to show, guys. But yeah, I'm all on the Rafinha wagon if I wanted a sign.
He want to play for the Brazil national. I think Saka would be the right player at female age, young. Club can improve him more and more. And I think we get in Saka and getting somebody to replace Bobby Firmino, because I strongly believe that Bobby, I think we cannot keep everybody. Bobby is a legend.
No.
Can have nothing to do with Bobby, bro. Saka
Eh?
and Bobby are two different positions. Saka,
No, because we
Saka
don't
is a
we don't need to replace Bobby. But we don't need to replace Bobby. We just need to bring in a different player. We don't need to replace Bobby. Rob Marnie, where I think that's going to be great for Marnie. He's a better finisher. He arrived in the box at the right time, and also I think he can hold up the ball. He can do a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Better finisher. I think, and then we have Diego Jota. You know what I mean? So we don't need to replace Bobby. We just need to bring in an extra body right there. And I think we don't have, when Salah not playing, we don't have an out and on left footer over on that side.
Guys, I don't understand why is it, and you guys can disagree if you want, but why is it that we would look to bring in Saka when we have Harvey Elliott?
Yeah, I agree.
He's
And-
not ready yet, Bobby. Bro,
What?
I agree.
Demo.
Listen, how is he going to get ready if he
Demo,
doesn't
just
play?
listen to what I say now.
But
Listen
me
to
never
me, I say.
finish, boss. Omega listen, I'm still a talk.
All right,
But
bro.
finish what I said.
Uh-huh.
All I'm saying,
Just
how are we
hold
going to bring in Saka when we have Harvey Elliott? We just bought Carvalho, and like we have.
Carvalho can't play left side, bro.
We
Yeah,
mean,
but
the
Mane
man
can
play
play
all
left
across the
side,
midfield
Mane
three.
can
More
play
to
right
man
side,
to Fulham.
Mane can play right side.
Bro, I
Diaz
don't want
play
to
right
move
side.
Mane again, bro. Every time we bring in player, Mane have always be the one for sacrifice. for
Because
achieve.
he's versatile, nothing's wrong with that. What's wrong with being versatile?
Nothing wrong with it, but I just believe that Mane is the better number 9, bro. If he going to improve more and more and more and more.
Yeah, but we have Jota can slot in there seamlessly.
Bro, we don't want
Ryan
to keep we
Anderson.
don't want
Ryan
to keep
Anderson.
Bro.
Ryan, I just want to ask Ryan Anderson. Do you rate Saka over Harvey Elliott?
From what Saka has done over the past year, 2 years, yes. Saka has the track record here. He has the track record in the Premier League. He has proven. I rate him over.
Who has the bigger upside?
Ceiling you're
They're
talking
both-
about? Who have the
I
highest
would say
ceiling?
they're both in the same sort of category. So I'd say Saka.
All right, so let's just stick with Harvey
Bro,
Elliott. He's
Demo,
younger.
let me tell you something,
And
Demo.
work
We
with
don't
him.
understand. You have to understand about Jurgen Klopp, brother. You have to watch the man and I see him some usual behave like it. Until I understand. Demo,
Yes.
Klopp play Elliott in a game, the Champions League game.
Oh Lord, here we
against-
go.
Well, no man, me I tell you,
Man, listen.
the man play him in a game in a Champions League against Inter Milan. And the man realize, say, yo, he have a lot of work to do. See, I'm not judging him after one game, but you know Jurgen Klopp. See, same thing with Curtis. I think we should loan out Curtis to give him
No,
more.
you see that me can't allow you to finish that. That doesn't make any sense. Why
What?
would you loan Curtis Jones?
Bro, Curtis need more. Who Curtis have
No,
a
he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Uh,
This is how Liverpool fans are, Stephen. Because I watch almost every Liverpool channel there is. You see, when Harvey Elliott came back from loan and he started to start games instead of Curtis Jones, everyone was like, "Oh, he's ahead of Jones," and he was so good before he got that injury. I mean, he played really well when he just came in, and all of a sudden he was better than Curtis Jones. No, he has a bad game, and everybody's on him. Oh, he's not ready. He's too young. He needs more time. That's just who we are. We overreact to everything. Now, Curtis Jones, and really needed Ryan to be here. Curtis Jones has made his way into this team. He usually starts for us for a lot of the games in midfield. This is the guy who captained the Liverpool team to knock Everton out under Carlo Ancelotti with a spectacular goal with Richarlison and all of their top players. He knocked them out. This is the guy who got the goal to knock out Ajax in a Champions League game group stage. He got that goal. I think it was from a Nico Williams cross, and he got there and he beat Onana. Like, this is the guy who scored that banger against Brentford in the 3-3 just the other day. Like, all of a sudden he needs to go out on loan.
no, I don't
Why
agree.
not work on? We have the
I
greatest midfielder ever.
think the reason why Ryan is saying you guys will Curtis Jones has to go on loan. It's just I fair play. I think I do say fair play for Curtis Jones what he's done this year. I think he's done good. I just haven't really seen him a lot. I just don't think he's been used a
Yeah,
lot.
because remember he got that eye injury. He was injured.
So it's for
Oh,
game
yeah, I
time.
get that, but
Ryan
but to
wants-
be fair, if so let's be fair. Like, if we were to start him in a very big game, if it was Man City, that would he be shining a light? I think he'd be doing all right, but I wouldn't think he'd be.
Manchester City.
Yeah, but like
The
he wouldn't
first
be like
game,
setting light on
2-2.
fire. He's just
You
for
remember
me.
that? Go.
He's just for me. He's just, but at the moment I feel like he will get better. I just feel like at the moment he's just very, very lightweight in what we've needed in our midfield for a bit of a time. You know what I mean? I think Harvey Elliott is sort of bit of more. I think they're both even. Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones. But,
Oh my gosh, we are joking.
yes, I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion, and I can't change it.
But personally, I don't think that we need an out and out replacement replacement for when Salah is not playing right wing. That's just my opinion. If Mane needs to go there, Mane goes there. If Elliot needs to go there, yeah, this is just my opinion, right?
But hold on, every time we play Mane over there, he don't look good.
Really?
He don't look good, Bridget. We have to get somebody who have to play natural. We need somebody to challenge Salah. Not easy like how Mane always have to adjust. We need somebody to challenge the Egyptian thing to bring him to that next level. Trent, the same thing too.
So you're saying,
which is why Diaz is there.
Yeah, Diaz, Jota, you need people on them tour. Go and get Saka for $55 million and sell Roberto Firmino and send Elliott
Saka will challenge
and
Salah. That's what we're saying. Saka is going to challenge Salah.
Of course. Why not?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah, but I don't see that happening, Dorian. I really don't see that happening.
Bro, you never know. This is football, brother.
You never know as well, but I really can't see that.
So why you know that a loan for Curtis Jones will work and not learning from Thiago, the best midfielder in the world? Staying in the team and learning
I think I overtap with the Jones one. I think unfortunate this season kind of pick up a little bit of injury. But believe you me, bro, Elliott need to go out and loan. Go and get another championship on their belt and say, yeah, you're ready. Send him back a Blackburn Rovers. See what him can do again. See if he make out a magic.
All right, send him a Norwich. You know, say Norwich coming up next season, right? So you know that.
Yeah. Norwich always.
I think we overreact. Because Ryan, I think we overreact. Ryan wanted to sell Salah when the Mbappe links was there. I don't know why that was a thing. Ryan also wanted to sell Sadio Mane when he was going through that rough patch. Like he just wanted to sell Mino. He wanted to sell Mino. and then Minamino came back
No,
with the ban.
Minamino forget 12, brother. Yeah, but Minamino is a Liverpool player.
No. Don't
Oh.
But here's the thing about all these football channels for all these different teams. You're going to have the reactionary fans on all these channels.
Yep.
FTV, all the reactionary Arsenal fans,
Yep.
Anfield Agenda, United Stand, they're all reactionary.
Yep.
It gets the views.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess maybe you're right.
And to be honest, so Limo, you seem to be a very emotional, patriotic kind of person. You have other people that they're in the moment kind of people, so they react in the moment. You just stick to what you think you're loyal to. Other people just react to what they are seeing in the moment, and that's also fine. That's their personality.
Yeah, but what did Ryan see in the moment to say let's sell Salah and get Mbappe?
But if you probably if you ask four of us on this, or the other three of us on the screen on the stream, three of us might agree. If you probably ask the question, no, because in my heart of heart
Sorry.
right now,
I just want
if
to
Salah-
say, sorry, I just want to say sorry, guys. I have to go up to bed here next again 2 a.m. in the morning. But brilliant.
Oh,
guys.
snap.
Right.
All right.
Before you leave, would you sell Salah? Before you leave, would you sell Salah or him
Him
gone?
gone already.
ask Ryan.
Ryan, would you sell Salah and bring him back?
If you're bringing in Mbappe and you have Diaz behind him, I think it's worth it. I think you would. Like, nobody would say no if you had the chance to get Kylian Mbappe. You don't say no.
You don't
But
say
Ryan Anderson, that wasn't the argument. At the start of the season, when the Mbappe links were made, Ryan wanted to sell Salah. So that's before Salah got all these goals and assists, right? He wanted to bring him. So it's not right now. So would you have done it at the start of the season with the Mbappe link?
I would have.
Oh, you would have?
Dimo, Mbappe is Mbappe.
Mbappe is
This is true.
exactly.
Wow.
Mbappe is a World Cup champion. Mbappe is a young star. Salah, God love him, great
Love him.
player. He's getting up there.
Yeah.
Mbappe has more to give.
Yeah.
And if you sell
Wow.
Salah to get the money to get Mbappe,
That's a thing
you
that
got more to give.
that's a thing that you guys don't understand. You know, you can love and adore a player, absolutely love and adore a player, but you have something named transition, and there comes a time when you have to move on. I've moved on from a lot of players before, and I'm willing to move on from a lot of players in the future. It's just like,
Bro, go finish.
you remember that Salah is holding out with his contract, bro. It's not me or you that's making that happen. So in a reality, you have to be realistic. If tomorrow comes and Salah decides to leave, bro, we have to leave and we have to cheer for Liverpool and we have to go on. And if that's Mbappe that's coming in with open arms, I say, yeah, come Mbappe.
All right, so that is crazy to me. At the start of the season, there was no way I would be bringing in Mbappe for Salah. Something that is sure is Salah giving us 20 plus goals a season. Something that is not sure is Mbappe coming into the Premier League, adapting to our system.
Are
That
you
is
serious?
not sure. I would
Wait. Are you
say
serious? Are you
unsure for
serious?
sure.
Are you serious?
People have Mbappe as this clinical finisher, which he's not. He
Okay,
dominates a Farmers League and he gets goal in a Farmers League.
okay.
And
if
that's
he
fine.
didn't have a World Cup championship to his name, I would agree that
Yeah.
all his success came from the Farmers League. But he has a World Cup championship,
Yeah.
World Cup trophy to his name.
Yup.
He can do it throughout the world, and he's had Champions League success.
Yup.
What's
So
the
in
thing?
the end, I'm sure Mbappe would score at least 20 goals in replacement of Salah at Liverpool.
I don't see that. I don't. I think Mbappe would come to the league and he'll need to adapt to the league and he'll take some time to adapt to the league.
But do you realize that Mbappe have all the attributes that's needed to succeed in this league, right?
I'm not sure. I'm
Besides,
definitely not sure.
if the French league, and besides, if the French league was so easy, Lionel Messi would have scored 60 goals again. So let's just
Yeah.
What?
Disclaimer.
Messi's like
Whoa,
55 years old.
What? Messi's 55 years old.
Like he's like 55 years old. Why are we like what? Messi had like over
And Tom
20.
Brady's like 55 years old and he's still winning Super Bowls and he
Yeah.
ain't retiring.
Yeah.
Point.
It's
Your
not the
point.
same thing.
Ryan have him receipts. Ryan bring the
Messi,
receipts up.
Messi had over 25 goals contributions for PSG.
Come on, bro. The Fox is the
Like
Fox.
I
Stop,
don't get it.
stop cutting corners. Stop cutting
What
corners.
cutting corners? He doesn't have to score 60 goals if he has
Bro,
goal contributions.
bro, Mbappe
But
is
is he?
good.
But he's not
Mbappe is
acting
good.
like he's the GOAT. He's falling off. Father
He's
time is
45
coming
years
for Lionel
old.
Messi.
Yeah, that's fine. That's natural.
Not natural for Tom Brady.
Bro.
He should have won the MVP.
Ryan,
That's a
come with the
different sport. That's
receipts,
a different sport.
man. Ryan is here with the receipts, Demon. You can't come with no trash talk.
No, I'm just saying I'm not gonna give up sure for unsure. That's all I'm
But
saying.
Mbappe is sure, like
Nah,
for
nah.
the day.
Salah is sure. Salah is sure.
So are you?
20
So
plus
you're
a
saying that
season,
Salah
Salah
is
is
a
sure.
better player than Mbappe? Is that what you're saying?
If I'm saying Salah is a better player
Yeah,
than Mbappe right now,
yeah. That's a serious question.
yeah, easily.
Okay, bro.
He plays in a harder league. He gets more goal contributions, and he's involved more with play.
Bro, you have to learn to love and be unbiased. You have to learn to love and be objective.
I
You love
am. That's why I
Salah
said Klopp was
dearly,
better than Klopp.
bro. You have to learn it, bro. Yeah, and you have to learn to see it for what it is. You have to see it for what it is, bro.
If I was biased, I would have said Klopp was better than Pep, bro. I am very unbiased in my decision.
Okay, bro. But yeah, we're looking forward to the future, bro. It was great that Klopp signed today, and all I'm saying is now we need Mane to follow. We need Salah to follow or make up his mind if he's staying or he's going. I think Salah is playing with our emotions long enough. Yes, Salah
Well,
is
give him what he wants then. They need to give him what he wants.
Salah
He
is saying.
deserves it.
So I guess the club was quick to give Klopp what he wants then.
Oh, I'm not sure what the negotiations were with Klopp, but Salah wants 400k, you give him 400k, bro.
But for me personally, bro, I am Liverpool. I'm not a Salah supporter. I'm a Liverpool supporter, right? And you need to love the club. You need to love the club and want to be here.
He does love the club.
So, question. So, say Salah signs for 400K a week,
Uh-huh.
and then Luis Diaz overtakes him within the next year and a half, and he becomes the starter, and you basically just wasted 400K for another 2.5 years.
No,
Was it worth it?
wouldn't. No,
Was it
Luis
worth
Diaz. No, Luis Diaz wouldn't have the body of work to ask for that.
No,
That-
what I'm saying is if Salah starts deteriorating, declining because he's getting older, and
Mhm.
he isn't the starter in a year and a half, and he's still getting 400K for another 2.5 years, but Luis Diaz is the starter, is it worth it to have given Salah 400K
Yeah,
and still be
it's
giving him 400K for another 2.5 years?
yeah, it's the risk that you have to take. It's the risk you have to take. You're not gonna expect him to deteriorate all the way down there. But right now, the way he's playing, he deserves 400k a week or a month or however they get paid. Like it's a gamble. That's what you take with all contracts. You don't know what's gonna happen. When they come and ask for 350k a week, you don't know. Like Aubameyang, like he was on top of the world before that contract. He got the contract and he started to flop. Like you wouldn't know.
Well, the truth is, bro, Salah will have no, but Salah need as you say, Mbappe, Aubameyang get the contract and him started regressing. Well, let's hope Salah fix things and don't regress, because we really need Salah to decide in mind, sign the thing and move on, bro.
So
For me,
you guys see Salah regressing? Like you see him regressing after signing the contract?
not necessarily. Personally, no.
I don't
doesn't show.
think he would. I'm just giving out the.
Yeah, I know. I'm just asking if you see it coming.
I mean, of course, he's going to step back a little bit, but
Mhm.
I don't think Salah's gonna like regress that much that quickly.
The
I
thing,
think he's still gonna be a pretty solid player by the end
Yeah.
of that 4-year deal.
yeah, the thing with Salah, because most people underestimate Salah actual footballing skills, like the ability to do what he wants to do with the football, right? His first touch is probably not the greatest first touch, but Salah, well, it depends on his speed a lot, but it's not only speed. So I don't see like Salah regressing like anytime soon, but you might never know. And if you're given the option to get a younger superstar, that's going to give you more years. And a business sense, it makes sense. And a looking forward to the future sense, because remember that Salah won't be here forever and ever. So you can't rank somebody for thinking that, okay, I can look forward to Mbappe for the next 10 years, but Salah might just give me another 2 3 years and that's it. So that's the reasoning behind that. But we love Salah dearly, and for me, I just want him to sign the thing and stop playing with my emotions right now. Klopp signed the thing today, Salah signed the thing, and if Salah no want sign the thing, Mane sign the thing and make Salah do what him decide to do. Simple.
All right. Well, guys, I have to run because I gave you guys an extra hour. I should have been home from like 8:30. It's now
All right.
9:05.
Okay,
Thank you,
Easy,
Dima.
bro.
But
and
send
remember
Salah
to be
nice
back
summer.
here. Remember to be
Not
back
nice.
here after Leeds take points off City.
I think we all know Leeds won't take points, but okay.
Remember, bro.
Big up
Dimo,
for this
big
one.
man
Yeah.
thing, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah.
sell Salah this summer.
Ryan,
Okay. I'll listen to you
Ryan,
guys
you
talk
I'm
missed
about
this.
bringing
it.
Mbappe.
Ryan, but seriously, catch me on the review. You missed a lot of it just now. Good reasoning. Ryan, 2 times and a big up on yourself. All right.
All right.
Big,
Enough respect,
big
David.
up.
Enough
Big
respect.
up.
All right. Cool.
Ryan, I want to tell you, man, thank you for coming, man. I really, really appreciate it, bro. I have to run. I'm going to do some stuff.
All right.
So thank you guys for watching. Guys,
Big up
come
to you.
back this weekend after the Liverpool game. So peace out.